Hi guys, welcome. Today we're taking on Catspurrov, which I thought was pretty funny. The 1400 international bot. Kasparov's just sitting in his office reading the paper and enjoying a coffee, but he's always willing to play a game of chess too. Okay, let's get into this challenge match. So 1400, we're taking him a bit more seriously now. Come on, take a bit of time here. Make sure I don't lose. We have Aru Lopez. We can go back. Let's go back. The last few cats I was disrespecting a little bit and just sort of trading, trading because I knew they were going to blunder. But let's try and play my best chess. Which probably looks like that. Defend the center, castle. And now this is hanging, I think. Maybe not. I mean, we're trying to undermine this pawn. And before you've castled, it can be a bit awkward taking this pawn because queen lines up with your knight, pawn, and king. But once you've castled, you can sometimes just grab this pawn. Let's try it. So he's trying to attack it. So we've got this move, but they can just take. I was relying on this. Oh no. Yeah. The pawn's pinned. Alright, let's go back then. So we are just trading the pawn. We've not grabbed it there. But now we're supporting this move. Oh, we're not though, are we? We're not quite. This then. Already I'm feeling a lot more strength from Catspurrov. I'm just hesitant to play this because this pawn's weak. I think it's fine though. Let's just trade. And this trade, I think, is not a trade. It's losing a pawn. All right, here, centralize the king in the end game. I would just play this, but we're down a pawn. So I actually have to do something here. Yeah, we need a plan. Or do we just try win the end game when we're down a pawn? That might not be fun though. Let's try that. This is silly. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't go into end games when you're down a pawn, but I guess I'm just being disrespectful to Catspurrov now. So just got to be careful because this knight's pinned. Can they attack the pinned piece? If my queen and king are on an alignment issue, could just bring a rook. Maybe they'll add some pressure to the knight. No. Okay. So I'd like to play that move. So let's move the king off the alignment issue. And fork. And maybe this will win a pawn back, actually. So we've got a lot of pressure here. So that's check, which forces us into an end game. And at the end of it, they maybe take the open file. And now I think I'm a little bit better. So my rook's just a little bit more active. So this, or this. If they push, I get this. Trying to gobble a pawn now. Oh, I mean, okay, we're even on material, but this is a passive rook. This is a nice active one. And I can now just take this time to just centralize the king. I thought the king was going to come this way, but going to the edge of the board is a little strange. Continue to improve my king. Okay, and now Kasparov is trying to go for some activity, even though this pawn's defended. But yeah, now just dropping a pawn. I mean, if this and this defending, I don't mind this though because it's pinning this pawn as well. This way or this way, probably this way seems more central. And this. I think that's fine. I think I can. It's giving me an isolated pawn, but it's also a passed pawn. So I'm just weighing up there. Can I defend it? And I think I can. Centralize the king. Just going to try trade some pawns. And maybe push this one. If their rook gets in though. So maybe just push this. And maybe now this to trade everything off. They can't take my rook. Because it just gives me a destructive pass pawn. And the only other option therefore is to go back. And now I just win the pawn. So now I have a very clear winning edge now. But yeah, I had to play a proper game against Catspurrov. Gobbling a few pawns now. Slightly passive with his rook at the end in the end game, but just push this bad boy now. I can just keep pushing. Check. Does that do anything? Or just this? Get rook behind the pawn. It's a classic theme. And now let's just give up the pawn there to simplify. And we should be able to start blitzing out some pre-moves here. Okay, there we have it, guys. So the bot's not the quickest. Alright. Come on. So overall, you know, the first 2-3 bots, cat bots, were sort of just straight up hanging pieces. But Catspurrov was a bit more subtle than that, you know, hanging a few pawns here and there, and I had to grind it out. Should we get another queen? Might be quickest. But yeah, we'll probably go for a cheeky little ladder, mate. Hope you're all having a great new year, by the way. I haven't mentioned that this year. Cutting the king off. He does have a square. Just checking. Does have a square. And there we go, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. That's how you take on Catspurrov. Follow me for the next one where we take on Mittens, the iconic, the devastating Mittens. Cheers.